kinematics expert to learn all about speed, velocity, acceleration, and friction, huh? Okay, well, I'll tell you all about it. So, you want to know about speed? Speed is the rate of change in motion. Let me show you. This ball has speed as I serve it across the table because it's changing position in time. Now, velocity is the rate and direction of the change in position of an object. As the ball is traveling towards me, it has a certain velocity, but when I hit it, I change its velocity because I change its direction and speed. Speed is different from velocity because speed does not include direction, while velocity does. Acceleration is the rate of change in velocity. When the ball is resting, it has no acceleration, but when I hit it across the table with my paddle, the ball accelerates. To find average speed, we will serve the ball across the table. In order to calculate average speed, you divide the distance the object has traveled by the amount of time it took the object to travel that distance. Now, the table is 108 inches long, which equals about 2.74 meters. So we'll time how long it takes for this ball to travel 2.74 meters. Let's do it. So, the ball took 1.18 seconds to reach the end of the table. Therefore, we will divide 2.74, the distance of the table, by 1.18, the amount of time it takes to travel that distance. So, the ball is traveling approximately 2.32 meters per second. Friction is the resistance that one object or surface encounters when moving over another. When I roll this ball across the table, it has very little friction. But when I roll it across the carpet, it has lots of friction. A ping pong player can use friction to their advantage by using the paddle to create friction with the ball, to put spin on the ball, which then creates friction with the table, and the other ping pong player will miss the ball because it goes in a different direction.
Newton's first law is an object in motion tends to stay in motion, or an object at rest tends to stay at rest, unless an outside force acts upon it. This is also known as the law of inertia. What is inertia, you may ask? Well, inertia is the tendency of an object to resist change in motion. Since this object is at rest, it will want to stay at rest because of inertia. After I hit the ball, it was in motion and wanted to stay in motion until stopped by an opposing force, which was Cullen's face. Newton's second law is when a net force acting on an object causes the object to accelerate in the direction of the net force. Mass and force affect acceleration because when a greater force acts on a smaller object with less mass, it causes that object to accelerate faster, like my wicked backhand. Now I'm going to hit this larger ball with more mass than a ping pong ball, again with my wicked backhand. Because the pink ball had a greater mass than the ping pong ball accelerated faster. Newton's third law is, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So, if the ball hits the paddle also hits the ball. Ball hits ground, ground hits ball.
In conclusion, speed is the distance traveled per unit of time. Velocity is just the same as speed, but with direction. And acceleration is the rate of change in velocity.
To wrap things up on Newton's laws, we learned how mass and force affect acceleration, and how inertia affects the path taken by the ball.
can't rise. You feel helpless and you're looking to the sky. Some people would say to accept defeat. Well, if this is fate, then we'll find a way to cheat. 'Cause we'll say a little prayer. That if the answer isn't fair, you know you can call on me when you need somebody. You know you can call on me when you can't stop the tears from falling down. You know you can call on me, darling. You can call on me when you can't stop the tears from falling down.